Hello, and welcome to my PE assessment, which is by me, Adrian Coca. So, the PE assessment that we're going to be talking about is about badminton. So, let me start off explaining what is badminton. Badminton is a type of sport that is similar to tennis, where there are two players in the field hitting the racket from one side to another. What is splitting the court is the net, which indicates where the racket lands and who gets the point. So, the type of injuries in badminton. In this unit, I will be talking about injuries in badminton. The type of injuries that occur in badminton are mostly knee injuries, ankle injuries, and also some shoulder injuries throughout the sport. The cause of those injuries is mostly because of explosive movements, such as moving one side of the court to another, or hitting the racket as hard as they can, which are the cause of the injuries in the sport. The injury. A 35-year-old male named Omar previously suffered from Achilles tendonitis and has gone out and played before recovering completely from it. He has now ruptured his Achilles tendonitis, but before I start going through the treatment for his injury, I would like to explain what is Achilles tendonitis. Achilles tendonitis, which is an injury that mainly focuses on muscles of your leg. It is a tough band of fibrous tissue that connects the calf muscle to the heel bone. It's usually a common injury that involves any explosive running, such as soccer, basketball, tennis, or even badminton, when they move rapidly from one side of the field to another side of the field. So, looking at the injury of the salt taps, the first step that we have to look at is see the injury, occur, and the mechanism of the injury. Second step is ask the casualty what is wrong and where they have the pain. Third step will be look for signs of bleeding, deformity of limbs, inflammation, swelling, and also redness. The fourth step will be touch of the injury. Touch the injury for signs of heat, tenderness, loss, or change of sensation and the pain. Fifth step will be active movement. Ask the casualty to move the injured area if they are able to. Ask them to move it through its full range of movements. Sixth step will be passive movements. Try to move the injured side only if a good range of movement is available. Strength. The last step is strength. If the casualty has been taken through the steps above with no pain, use resistive movements to assess loss of function. For example, with an injured ankle, you would assist the casualty to the feet, then ask them to stand unaided, then progress the test to walking and running. So that is the SALT TAPS test. Healing process of the injury. As his physiotherapist, I would like to explain how he needs to recover his injury with the torn Achilles tendonitis and how the rehab process goes into healing his Achilles tendonitis. When Omar injured his ankle, he described that he heard a loud pop at the back of his foot, which is also called Achilles tendonitis rupture. When you hear a pop in your Achilles tendonitis, that means that you have torn the muscle that holds one of your bones to walk. The healing process for this is that they have to undergo a surgery where one of the symptoms that Omar was undergoing was feeling pain at the back of his foot and ankle. He couldn't walk properly, and also he couldn't do the tippy toes test, as he describes that he feels pain whenever he does the tippy toes test. The first steps of taking care of the injury. Before doing the surgery for his Achilles tendonitis, we have to go through the small treatments before doing the surgery. First, put some ice on the injured leg, and then take some painkillers so that the pain could go away, and the injured person won't be stressed with the pain. The rehab process. If Omar's legs still haven't improved since the day he got injured, then we have to undergo a surgery, replacing his Achilles tendonitis with a new one. After the surgery, Omar has to undergo a healing process or a rehab for about 6 to 12 weeks, depends on how the surgery went on his Achilles tendonitis. During this week of recovering, he will go through on strengthening his Achilles tendonitis by doing some walks around the rehab, center to gain his walking abilities back. There will be massages on his ankles so that the healing process can be quicker, and also stretches, and also ultrasound heat therapy on Omar's leg. Thank you for listening. This has been your physiotherapist Adrian Koka, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.